Exercise 4A, question 1. Okay, so we're in the binomial expansion. It wants us to expand up to the x cubed term. I've included up here in this corner the section from the textbook that's relevant. This is in the formula book, so you don't need to memorize it, but it is helpful to be able to just do it automatically. Save you a little bit of time. So I am going to pick A, C, and E for this video. That contains a negative integer power, a fractional power, and a negative fractional power. So if we have a look, our first job is to pick out the x part. So for x, I simply have an x. That's nice and easy. So that matches the x that's up there. And then looking at n, there's my n. Okay, so I'm on minus of 4. So this should be a simple matter now of literally just filling in the formula. So I've got 1 plus nx, so that's minus 4x, plus minus 4 times minus 4 take 1. So I'm going to simplify that immediately. It makes life a little bit easier. Over 2 factorial x squared plus, again, minus 4, minus 5, and take another one off. Because if you have a look in this pattern, it's just taking an extra one off each time. So that's minus 6 over 3 factorial x cubed. You'll notice I'm putting the x in a bracket. That is because when we get to slightly more complicated questions, it does make life a lot easier. So let's neaten that up. 1 minus 4x. 2 negatives make a positive. 20 over 2 is 10x squared. You can use your calculator. Often a good idea if you're in a stressful situation so you don't make a silly error. Like I've just done, minus 20x cubed. Again, I've got 3 minuses, so it's not going to be a plus. It's going to be a minus. Now, it only wants up to x cubed, so that's fine. It is valid for mod x is less than 1. You can see that up here. It's in the end of the formula book line with the formula. And in my case, remember, the red box that I put at the beginning, that x, that should match what goes in here. So I've only worked with x, so I'm only going to put an x there. Right. So I've got 1 plus x to the, what was this one? A half. Okay, so if I work with that, it's 1 plus x over 2. You can write a half x or x over 2, that's up to you. A half take 1 is minus a half over 2. I'm just going to put 2 factorial is the same as 2x squared plus a half minus a half, and take another one off is minus 3 over 2. Again, use your calculator if you're not sure what a half take 2 is. Instead of putting 3 factorial, I'm going to put 6 this time. It's up to you. It's completely equivalent. X cubed. So neaten it up. I've got 1 plus x over 2 minus an 8th x squared, so x squared over 8 plus, just move down slightly, 2 minuses make a plus, so I've got x cubed, and if you work all that fraction out, you get a 16th. Okay, so again, what is it valid for? Well, what did I put in where x is? I just put x, so it is valid for modulus of x is less than 1. Right, last but by no means least, I've got a power of minus a quarter. 1 plus x to the minus a quarter. So 1. Okay, and if it helps, there's my n, there's my x. Up to you, just if you want that little bit of clarity for me. So I've got minus x over 4, so minus a quarter times x, plus minus a quarter. Minus a quarter minus 1 is minus 5 quarters. Again, you do not need to do that in your head if you're not as confident with your fractions. And if you're not confident, then work it out in a calculator, because you do not want to lose silly marks for it not being right. Minus a quarter minus 5 over 4 and minus 9 over 4. Part of the reason I'm doing it in my head is also because I don't have I have to write quite large on this laptop, so I don't get all the room I need. So it just helps me save some space. Over 6. 1 minus x over 4. To work out the next bit, that's 5 over 32 x squared. Work out the next bit is 15 over 128 x cubed. What was x? Look at your red circle. That mod x is less than 1 for part 2. And there you go. That's the first question done.